In the heart of the southern United States lies North Carolina, a state known for its diverse culture, beautiful landscapes, and bustling industries. Yet beneath this vibrant facade, there's an intricate web of laws and regulations that govern the rights and actions of state employees. Among these is a critical question many people wonder about. Is it illegal for state employees to strike in North Carolina? Let's unravel this legal conundrum by looking back at history. The prohibition against public employees striking in North Carolina is deeply rooted in the state's legislative framework. This law dates back to 1959, when the North Carolina General Assembly enacted a statute explicitly banning public sector strikes. The law, officially known as General Statute 9598, clearly states that it is illegal for state and local government employees to engage in strikes, work stoppages, slowdowns, or any interruption of services. But why was such a stringent law put in place? The reasoning behind this prohibition primarily revolves around the necessity of maintaining uninterrupted public services. Public sector functions, such as healthcare, education, and law enforcement, are deemed essential for the well-being and safety of the community. Legislators believe that allowing strikes could compromise these services, potentially putting citizens at risk. Therefore, the law stands as a preventive measure to ensure that North Carolinians continue to receive constant and reliable services from their government. However, this isn't just an isolated stance. North Carolina is not alone in its approach. Several other states have similar laws barring strikes by public employees. The argument often presented is centered around the principle that public sector workers, unlike their private sector counterparts, work directly for the public good. Therefore, any disruption in their service is viewed as a direct disservice to the public. But what about the rights of these state employees? Critics argue that this law infringes upon workers' rights to protest and seek better working conditions or wages. They contend that it significantly limits the leverage and power of public sector unions, effectively placing them at a disadvantage during negotiations with the state. Yet proponents of the law argue that there are alternative mechanisms for dispute resolution, such as collective bargaining agreements and arbitration. They emphasize that these methods allow grievances to be addressed without resorting to strikes. However, it's worth noting that North Carolina is also one of the few states that does not grant its public employees full collective bargaining rights, which adds another layer of complexity to this issue. In conclusion, while it is indeed illegal for state employees to strike in North Carolina, the debate surrounding this prohibition continues to simmer. It sits at the intersection of public service necessity and individual workers' rights, prompting ongoing discussions about finding a balanced path forward. As North Carolina continues to grow and evolve, the conversation about how best to manage and support its public servants remains both a vital and a dynamic one. In the meantime, the law stands firm, shaping the landscape of labor relations in the Tar Heel state.